Raiders win it! Patrick Mahomes, the magic show, is here in Oakland. And Mahomes deep. He wants McCall Hardman. Touchdown! Kelsey near side. Over the shoulder. Touchdown! Oh, that's a hell of a catch! Nelson Aguilar as Derek Carr brings the Raiders right back into the thick of things.
They can't stop us. They can't stop us now. We got to keep going.
And at 33-24, Mahomes throws only his second career interception against the Raiders. Jackpot, baby! What a performance by the Raiders.
They got the win. They got an interception, something no team's been able to do yet this season. A huge AFC West showdown, round 2 on Sunday Night Football. Chiefs, Raiders in Las Vegas with all of the news, everything you need to know leading up to this big one. Here's our very own Omar Ruiz.
Good morning, Kay. I think every defensive coordinator would tell you that getting ready for the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes and that explosive offense is difficult under the best of circumstances, let alone, as Raiders defensive coordinator Paul Guenther said, when you have 3/4 of your lineup not at practice. The Raiders dealing with COVID-19 issues once again. Clelin Ferrell testing positive earlier this week. 6 close contacts also placed on the COVID-19 reserve list. They won't be at practice all week long. They're hopeful that they'll test negative all week and will be allowed to play on Sunday. So how are they getting them ready? They're watching practice through Zoom, and they can listen to all the players who are mic'd up, give the calls, hoping they could be on the same page. They're working out on their own and then reconvening with the rest of the team in meetings on Zoom to go over that practice film. Obviously, it's not ideal, but Paul Guenther making no excuses. He says they will be ready to play on Sunday night.
Not ideal is right, Omar Ruiz. Excellent work there. Week 11 already underway. Highlights of that NFC West matchup ahead. But let's break down what is ahead on Sunday. Mad minute, guys. 60 seconds on the clock, and let's start there. Chiefs go to Vegas. It's a showdown with the Raiders, SNF. What are you watching for, Nate?
I'm looking at the Raiders. I truly feel like we're not giving them enough credit. I know you're saying, well, listen, the Chiefs, they had a bad game, and that really wasn't an interception. The Raiders kind of lucked out and got that. No, I feel like the Raiders are going to have something. They're going to have something in store for the Chiefs this game.
I'm going to sacrifice my time and put Nate on the. Are you picking the Raiders to beat the Chiefs, or are they going to have something?
The Raiders will beat the Chiefs. They'll sweep the Chiefs.
You like Raiders in this game?
I like the Raiders in this one. They'll beat the Chiefs. We're not giving enough credit, and after this game, I think the nation will take notice.
Okay. I'm going to sacrifice my time to give it to Peter. Peter, you've been on the Chiefs all week. This kind of has a wearing the barrel feel for it. I wore the barrel once when they beat the Colts in the playoffs. What percentage confidence are you that the Chiefs are going to beat the Raiders in this game?
The Clyde Edwards-Helaire situation is concerning. He's a very good player, and they need him. I am 99%
99.
confident.
I'm with you.
The Chiefs will beat the Raiders this week.
By a lot?
I think they'll take care of business. They've been on a bye just licking their chops for this game.
There's a lot working against the Raiders in this one. The Chiefs haven't been swept by a divisional opponent since 2014. Peyton Manning years. Yes. Titans head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens in a rematch of last season's divisional round matchup. What are you looking for on Twitter at GMFB? Kyle in studio.
I want to see Lamar Jackson be a superstar, and we were talking about this earlier. Who was saying it earlier this week? I want to see the Ravens mollywop somebody, roll over on somebody. This is a personal game for Lamar. This dinged him really hard against the Titans and the defense, and a lot of people picking away at him about playoffs, big game. It started here. This is right now patient zero in the Lamar infection, if you believe there is one. I want to see him go nuts, and I feel like we've been waiting for a long time.
Yeah, it truly was a game where they had the spotlight on, because I believe Mark Ingram was injured and Mark Andrews was injured, so everybody's looking, okay, if you're one of the best players in the league, the best quarterback in all football, put the team on your back. I want to see Lamar rush for 150 yards. Stop being measured in how you rush the ball.
150.
The team needs you to do that. I know you can pass the ball. Okay, have a couple touchdowns in the air, but rush. If you rush, you're unstoppable.
Greg Roman was getting a lot of head coaching talk last year, didn't get a gig. This year, before the season started, was like, well, Greg Roman's going to get one. Niners fans coming out of the woodwork, Bills fans coming out of the woodwork saying, year 2 of a Greg Roman offense usually doesn't go so hot. Teams start figuring things out. If I'm Greg Roman, I'm drawing something up right now because people are starting to wonder, is that a flash-in-the-pan offense we saw last year?
150 for Lamar, huh? Ooh, boy, these two teams started a combined 10-1. They've gone 2-5 since somebody's got to get good and turn their season around. Broncos hosting the Dolphins in Denver. What intrigues you in this game? Eeny, meeny, miny, Shrey.
Van Ginkel!
Talk about it!
No, seriously, the Dolphins' defense and special teams have been awesome. And we gave Nate a Andrew Van Ginkel jersey, and the Dolphins fans appreciate it. Maybe this week it's Salvin Ahmed. Maybe this week it's Jakeem Grant. Maybe this week it's Emmanuel Ogbah. The Dolphins are more than just Tua, and I think the nation is going to learn. This team is pretty good, and it doesn't have to necessarily be household name players.
I love the Gink Man. But you can't just Andrew Van Ginkel your way to the AFC East Championship.
Sure,
and that is the goal. I think they can come close, but it's been a weird run because Tua's undefeated, no interceptions, that gets the headline. He hasn't been great because he hasn't really needed to. He's just been good. He's been solid. One of these games, we're not going to get a defensive touchdown. We're not going to get a special teams touchdown, and you're going to have to put the team on your back. I think it's this week. I don't want to doubt the Gink, but I think this is the Tua week.
What I'm loving about this Miami team is that they take on the personality of the head coach and Brian Flores, but they're also having a ton of fun. Flores might not smile every time I see him. Serious. But on the sideline for the Dolphins, name a team that's having more fun. I'm just paying attention to their energy, because energy is everything.
Oh, I love that. If Drew Lock does suit up, it'll be the second time he takes on Tua. He lost to them when Alabama took on Mizzou in 2018. Packers going to Indy to take on the Colts. What are we looking at? Eeny, meeny, Kyle.
The Colts aren't the best team in the league, but they might be the toughest team. There's a dark alley factor with them where I do not want to walk into a dark alley against the Colts. Packers, I might walk into that alley. We're going to find out a lot about them. Rodgers is great, and Devontae, are they soft?
Whoa.
I don't know. But you will find out in the first quarter of this game, because if you are, the Colts will expose you fast. This is a tough man check for the Packers.
Jair Alexander's out. A couple other players for the Packers are out. And I said it earlier in the show, the #1 seed is all that matters to me in the NFC. That means you get the bye and you get home field. The #1 seed is everything, and the Packers now have to hold serve. They have the #1 seed. Every week is going to be a test. The Colts may be the biggest one they're going to face.
Yeah, they do have that back alley factor. It's almost like if this was outdoor basketball court. Phillip Rivers, the old man, walks up like, who's the dude with the knee braces and the goggles? Dude doing the stretches over there. He gets in that game, catches you with an elbow right to your chest, your chin, you're bleeding. Before you know it, your team is down 15 points, and he's hitting mid-range on you. That's Phillip Rivers in that offense. Don't let these guys get hot. You say that about a lot of teams. Don't let Phillip Rivers start feeling himself.
Yeah,
I think he might be more motivated than any other quarterback in the business to win a Super Bowl.
He's got healthy weapons, too. The Packers have never won a game in Indianapolis. Ever. Their last win over the Colts
was tough to beat.
was in 1974, and that was, of course, in Baltimore, Mayflower Trucks. That's something I learned early on with you back in 2016.
Perfect for Thanksgiving.
Vikings hosting the Cowboys. This game is in Minneapolis. What is intriguing you? Kyle, you're starting again. You're just...
Feed me the ball.
Apparently.
You're Dalvin
Speaking
Cook.
of which,
Dalvin Cook.
Well, I'm Dalvin Cook, or am I the other guy? Do you guys remember Ezekiel Elliott?
Who?
Do you remember...
The other.
It's a real
Running back
question.
out of Ohio State.
It's a real... Okay.
Cowboys drafted him. He was number 21. He used to do this thing like this. Led the league and really good player. Josh Baskin, milk carton. You know, it's Vikings-Cowboys. That reminds me of the Herschel Walker thing. If only the Cowboys could trade Zeke for a whole bunch of picks to the Vikings. Unfortunately, they don't need a running back. Zeke, ball now or forever hold your peace. Let's go.
He went to Cabo.
This is the ultimate...
He come back.
Ultimate indictment. And all the intel to the Cowboys before the season, Fox says Vikings-Cowboys before Thanksgiving weekend, and we got Buck and Aikman. Fox sent their #1 crew to Indianapolis, Green Bay, saying Cowboys just aren't up to snuff right now. If they have